Assassin's Creed. Oh, all right. Well, um, Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is based on a video game, so that probably says a lot already about this movie. So everybody's already done this movie before it comes out because video game movies have the tendency of sucking all the time. Like there hasn't really been a great video game movie. Now everybody jokes around and says maybe Mortal Kombat because I would say Mortal Kombat because Mortal Kombat was the shit. But as in a film, no, it's horrible. But I mean, come on, it was Mortal Kombat, and I mean, I was a kid when I saw it, so that was a long, long time ago. But I mean, I even to this day I'll watch it, but I will never take the movie serious. But now on to this. Now nobody really was, in their mindset, nobody was already thinking like this is gonna change video game movies. This is gonna be the one because I didn't even think that. I was like, nah, I was very skeptical. I was like, no, I want to believe in it, but I just can't. And the only reason why I had faith for it is because it had it really had good actors in it. You have Michael Fassbender, which I love. Michael Fassbender is an excellent actor. You have Maria Cortier. I'm probably butchering her last name, but she's a very good actress, and she came out in Allied that I saw maybe a couple weeks ago, and she was very excellent in that movie. Then you have Jeremy Irons, fucking Scar, in this movie, and I've seen him in other movies too, and he was really good Alfred in Batman versus Superman. So you have three of the most maybe one most iconic actor, then you have two most recently been exposed more actors, and this movie kind of fails on almost literally every level. But there is some good though. Don't get me wrong. This movie's bad, but it has some good and some potential if they ever get to a fucking sequel. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the good though, because the good, there's not really much good in it, but there is good. So one thing I do like, one thing in the video game you have the anonymous, and the anonymous is a thing that takes the person into the past of their ancestors, and from there, they learn or whatever, they relive their, you know, ancestors past. And I really like how they kind of brought it into the screen because I mean, in the video games, you kind of just laying there and then you go kind of like the Matrix, and I guess they just wanted to add something to it, like kind of make it more flashy because nobody just wants to see somebody just like lying there. That shit would be boring. So they kind of they made it into a thing where he's gonna mimic the things that happen, and I bought into it. It kind of you have to buy a lot of things in the movies. Like you have to kind of shut down your disbelief in things and kind of just accept it, and you'll enjoy it a little bit more. But yeah, I mean I bought it though, so I was like, oh okay. And the way that they explain how they kind of get into your DNA and stuff, I thought that part was like really good. Another thing that I think that it was really good was the choreography, the fight choreography. Now that shit was excellent, but they had to ruin it though with some shaky cam. But I'll get to the shaky cam in a minute. But the fight scenes were really really good. The when they were in the past, everything was like even better. The things in the past, I wish this movie was based more in the past because everything in the past was excellent, like spot on. Like I actually cared about those characters more than the actual people that you kind of have to just watch through. Um, Another thing that I do like is the set designs for everything. Like when you're in the past, everything really feels like in the past, and even I'm not too sure how people would feel, but when you're in the past, they spoke the language of whatever region and whatever country they were in, and that added some depth to it, and it kind of made me more invested. I'm like, oh shit, like this is some serious shit. But some people might not like it because they don't want to go to the movies and read. But I mean, but I bought into it. Another thing that I like that this movie had going for it is kind of like it falls underneath the choreograph, but the way that they filmed and a lot of the stuff was actually done well, and I actually liked how they filmed it, but it goes into the negative. It was a positive, but it leads into a negative, and the negative is that they don't spend enough time in the past. It's just there, and you care more about the people in the past than you actually do in the present. So these are some of the negatives. Even though Michael Fassbender is a good actor, his character is just bland. You don't really buy them. Nobody, you just don't like anybody. The character that Maria plays, I believe her name's Sophia. She's trash. Michael Fassbender. He plays the guy named Callum or something like that. He's trash too. Like I really wanted to love his character. He had some few moments where he kind of smirked and kind of like I'm starting to like you, but no, none of that shit happens. And Jeremy Irons' character was just there just to be there. And then the way that they waste his character, it makes me frustrated. And it is just is and the story and the script is just bad. And even in the past, even though that was the best parts of the movie, the character there, like nobody in this movie is relatable. At least like in the video games, the best character was Ezio. Ezio was like lovable. He was a guy you can relate to. He was a ladies' man. He was an assassin. He had like little funny one-liners, and you don't get that with this character. Like this character, even in the past, he sucks. And like the only thing that made him cool was the things he was doing, like the fight scene. So that's where credit is due. But I can't give credit where credit is not due, and that's with the writing and the story and the characters that they put in, and the characters that Michael Fassbender in the present meets, like the people that he meets in this facility. There were shit. Like I think this movie was just a setup for the next movie, and that's what hurts it. Like why can't they just make a film? Like let's just see. Let's just make a film and just be good. Like a film by itself, it doesn't need to set up what's gonna happen in the next one because who knows? I don't even think that they might make a sequel, and if they do, I'd be surprised. But honestly, I don't think they will because this movie, not as a video game person, you'll probably understand a little bit more because you play the video games. But just as a movie in general, it's not good. Like the story's not good, the characters are not good. The only thing that are really good are like the action scenes. But I mean, you can watch a lot of other movies that probably do that same action and probably a little bit better. But yeah, just I'm really frustrated because I really wanted to like this movie. But yeah, if I had to rate this movie, it'd probably like a solid 4. Um, just the characters being so dull and bland and not. I wasn't invested in anybody. If Michael Fassbender's characters died, I would have not had cared. I would have been like, oh, okay. But yeah. So go out there and see it. Probably not in theaters. Like if you don't want to waste the money, depending because some theaters they charge you a lot of money. But if you just want to wait till it's a rental, it's more of a rental movie. You're just gonna watch it one time. Uh, but yeah, like I can't. It really kind of sucked. But yeah, that's my review of Assassin's Creed. Um, Check it out if you're a fan of the video game. You can probably judge for yourself. All movies are subjective to whatever you like, whatever. But just for me, it's a no. I'm sorry.